Hello, this is Brian. It is a Tuesday afternoon, late afternoon, about 5:15 in the afternoon. I am here in the San Gabriel Mountains, Angeles National Forest. Today is June 30th, 2020. I just got done doing a series of hikes and videos today. I figured come out here for maybe one more round of videos, one more round of clips. I am along Blue Ridge Truck Trail, which meets up at Blue Ridge Pass. We're near Grassy Hollow Visitor Center. This Blue Ridge Truck Trail. I've been able to... It's a little rocky coming up here, but I've been able to do it in a Hyundai Elantra once. Quite a bit of vehicle traffic up here. It's a good place to turn around. But yeah, I'm about probably 8,400 feet above sea level. This is an area where you get some pretty gnarly views to the Mount San Antonio, aka Mount Baldy country. Thinking about just finish walking up to the top of a small summit along this way that I've hiked all the way from Angeles Crest Highway once. Should be over that way, but this is a Blue Ridge Road right here, Blue Ridge Truck Trail. Usually once you get to Guffy campground, which is pretty much around the bend over there, it's usually gated. Usually the gate's closed, so if you want to do anything beyond that, it's going to be on foot. So you have some pretty good views down. I want to say that's Prairie Fork. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ponderosa pine down there. I spotlighted that earlier today on one of my videos. Then you get this long gently undulating ridge that leads up to Pine Mountain. That's Pine Mountain, and this is Pine Mountain Ridge. There's I want to say it's a Sierra Club HPSP, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know at the top of that, we call it Pine Mountain Ridge. It's like 74 something in elevation. Supposed to be a registered logbook in there. So that goes down to maybe about like 6,500 feet, and you get some fairly rugged terrain. And then we got San Antonio Ridge, and then Iron Mountain, West Baldy, Mount San Antonio, of course again Pine Mountain, and Dawson Peak. You can't really see too well from here. You can kind of see the flank of it off to the side there of Pine Mountain. So that's the part of the Sheep Mountain Wilderness. On this side, since we have a road coming through here, there is no wilderness here per se, but it is some lovely backcountry. We're right near Mountain High West ski area. In fact, if you're driving up here, you pass along it, past some of the ski lifts and stuff like that, and then right next to the edge of the campground is next to the ski area is Blue Ridge Campground. Right next to the edge of the ski area. So a little, very short drive down this way. So haven't been above 8,000 feet much this year. I'm just gonna do a short cross-country walk, I guess, along here and see if I can get up to the top of Blue Ridge. So supposed to be a benchmark named Frost benchmark on the top of this, but when I was up there, never saw the benchmark. So I guess what I'll do is just see if I can get up to the summit. It's basically a drive up. This isn't really a severe hike. But Blue Ridge should be over this way. Nice and shady over here, at least. First hike I did was up a low elevation peak, peak 4202. That was this morning. And I don't know, very short hike. I'll tell you one thing, it did me in, especially the downhill part. The uphill part I was fine. It was steep. Downhill, I don't know. Just, I guess the weather heated up pretty quickly when I was going downhill. It's kind of warm on the way up, but it's downright blazing hot downhill. So a lot of little road spurs here. Little makeshift fire ring. I'm trying to see if I take this, it'll take me to Frost Benchmark or Blue Ridge. At the top, there are a lot of communication towers. Surprisingly, when I remember, there are no gates and stuff around them. I'm kind of surprised. But it's a peak bagger peak. It's a peakery peak. So, as far as I know, it's legit. I was up there once. Kind of have to walk around to see views, but it's pretty neat up there. So I guess I'm just going to be aiming cross country for a little while. Back towards where I believe the peak should be. Maybe I passed it. I might have passed it too, though, driving up here. On the way up here, as you get towards part of the ski area, it's a beautiful white fir forest around here. The higher parts of the ski area, which are actually lower than this. But you get some beautiful white fir forest when you're driving up, when you're around the north-facing slope. We got a lot of white fir here too. Some areas where it's actually dominant, the dominant tree. As you start slipping away on the north-facing slope, you start getting some taller timber. Actually, some pretty decent-sized trees on the north-facing slope here of Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge is pretty long. Pretty much goes from near Vincent Gap all the way to past Gobblers Knob, which is a kind of near, it's kind of near the PCT, above Lone Pine Canyon. So Blue Ridge is a really long spine. Yeah, I'm almost at the towers already. I can see the towers through here. I don't think this has a lot of prominence, but it is one of the highest points on Blue Ridge. It's really close to the same elevation as Wright Mountain, which if you're driving through Wrightwood, you see this rounded mountain mass off to your south, kind of off to the south of Wrightwood. That's Wright Mountain. It's got a big landslide scar, huge landslide scar. Dates back to about 1969, probably from rain floods. I think 68, 69 was a very wet year in SoCal, if I remember correctly. So this is just a little saunter in the woods. It's really no severe elevation change. This is basically a drive up with a small little hike-lit, if you want to call it that. Just wanted to get in a little bit more. I was trying to take advantage of the long daylight hours to come up and spend a day just poking around and actually kind of enjoying myself. little mini hikes. Probably not that far from the towers. Got saw something through the trees. Just don't have a lot of energy left. I don't know what it was, but that short hike I did zapped me and drained me. It was really hot on the way down and sketchy. But up here, in the shade of these white firs, it's delightfully cool. The air has a coolness to it. The sun's warm, but the air up here is just fantastic. Got a lot of wax current along here. Very common fixture here in the San Gabriel Mountains and in Southern California. Also in the Sierras. Ribacerium verticerium. Quite a bit of it around here. Must be some underground moisture. Let's see. I'm almost at the towers. Just over there. Well, my second clip, I'll be basically there. I don't know if I'm going to log this on Peakery because it's more of a drive up than anything. But I want to see if I can find that benchmark. If I find it this time, I'll show video of it. I'm going to be there in about a minute or two. Well, let's see. See if I can make it there before the 15-minute mark. Keep my clips at 15 minutes or less, only because I guess my account isn't so-called verified, so, and I tried to add a 16-minute video once, and that YouTube wouldn't allow me. I think I have to get a verified account, which means I have to put my phone number or something and get a confirmation. There we are. Here's Blue Ridge. This is the top of it right here. It's been since 2016 since I've actually been on the top of this one. Very short walk in the woods. Wasn't looking for any major haul today. Now we're on a more exposed slope here. Old stunted Jeffrey pines that are windswept. It's very windy over here. Looks like there's a fence around here. There's a fence around the summit area. Huh. Right where the high point was. So they bulldozed it. Well, this is Blue Ridge. Approximate elevation is in the 8,480 to 8,520 foot contour. This is where the summit is, right over here, right by an old stump. Remember that from the first time I was up here. So this is the high point, 8,480 to 8,520. Actually, the high point's pretty much on those rocks there. But this is it, Blue Ridge. I'm not gonna bother logging this on Peakery or Peakbagger, because I didn't really earn it with a decent hike to get up here. But well, I'm gonna start looking for the benchmark. If I find it, I'll put it in clip number 2.